Hello students, your instructor here again, John Mandela with another screencast. This one, part 4 of the break object into pieces bit. So we finished this one essentially. I mean, it's very simple, basic right now, but it comes in here and the motion tween is used. And the reason why we had to use a motion tween was to allow for the 3D animation. If you don't use a motion tween, you can't get the 3D rotation tweens and the 3D translation or positioning tweens to work. So that's why our arrow was in motion tween the entire time. And the boxes didn't need any kind of tweening right here. They were just holding still. But here, when they broke apart, they needed to have that 3D tweening ability. Now, you might be saying to yourself, that's kind of neat, I guess, but how many times am I going to have a perfectly straight wall or rectangular area of pieces? What if I have a different type of things? Like, for example, what if I wanted to break a heart? What you could do is go into Illustrator, and let's say you have this heart shape here. I always like to make copies of it, so let's move this one here, and I'm going to make a copy of it, Alt-Shift-Drag or Option-Shift-Drag if you're on a Mac, or here. Then I would just use my pen tool, click off, pen tool, and just make some kind of like more random pieces. Now I don't want that in pink, that's not very helpful. And that's not helpful with the line either, so I'll make these in a black outline like this. And just for purposes of this video, I'll make this a little easier to see. I have 3 points like that. And then when I'm done with it, I was hit escape. No, hit the black arrow tool, it'll finish it. And then I can get the pen tool again. And I'll just kind of make some random shapes here. And what I want to do is use these lines to break apart a heart. So again, I'm just going to go, this is not exactly the most fun thing in the world to watch this happen, but you get the idea of what's possible. And almost done here. Just a few more here. Go to there. I just want any pieces that are too big, especially if they're oddly shaped, like this one. Like this. And then maybe something, I don't want pieces that are too small either, but anyway, I got all this. What I'm going to do is select all of these, and then in my Pathfinder panel, go to Window, Pathfinder if you don't have yours out. It's going to hit the divide to break them apart. So what happens is this breaks into pieces, and then I'm going to Object Ungroup. For whatever reason it groups them automatically, and then click and delete does anything if I don't want. I see as I hover over these are all individual pieces here. Okay, now you're like, well, that's great, but how do I get this into Flash? So what I could do, I could just, like, for example, take this piece right here, and then edit, copy it, and then now in Flash, what I would do is I would make a new document here, and I have this, and I'm just going to edit, paste in place, I guess, and this should have copied in. When I see this, I want to make sure paste using AL file imported preferences is checked, and then I'll click OK, and my little heart piece is right over here. So there we go, that's my little heart piece, and I want to right click and convert it to a symbol, which is down there. I'll just call it heart 1, for example. I can rename this, of course, heart 1 to kind of keep track of everything, and I would just keep pasting it, you know, back and forth. So maybe now I want to this piece, edit, copy, and back into Flash, and I want to make a new layer. As we edit, paste in place, and I would paste this one, hit OK, make this one into a symbol. Heart 2, you get the idea, and I want to keep going, and those would be the pieces I start with.